Hello, my name is Pamela Miles. I'm an independent global founding beauty guide with LimeLife by Alcone. This is my kitty Gigi. I think she's going to be a part of this video because she doesn't seem to want to leave my side today. It's an honor and a privilege to address you in the Fempire and to discuss this fantastic charitable partnership that we have through the Brighter Together Foundation with the Project Concern International organization, specifically the Women Empowered program that serves women and families in Tanzania, Burundi, India, and Guatemala. I had the privilege of attending the Women's Leadership Summit in May of 2019 at the location in Guatemala, where there were a number of women that we had the opportunity to hear that were directly impacted by the experience of the funding that was provided for them and the amazing, very incredible groups, the pods that they are a part of, these savings groups that have had such a great impact on them personally in their lives and their families. I'll talk more about that later. But I just wanted to point out something to you. I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's something called Charity Navigator. And the most recent percentage of rating that the Project Concern International has received is 89.39% out of 100. They have the gold seal of transparency with 100% accountability and transparency rating, which is really, really important for you to understand. This is an organization that has provided 100% of the information that's been asked of them from the Charity Navigator organization that does this. You can go online and you can check it out, see what the most recent rating is, see the news that they've reported about the organization, see the financial records, anything that you might want to see that will give you actually more confidence in this charitable partner. As you know, the mission of LimeLife by Alcone, or if you didn't know, this is also very interesting. The mission of our company that we're related to as beauty guides, independent beauty guides, actually has so much to do with women being empowered financially and feeling secure and knowing their worth. This is something that actually is also through the Project Concern International of importance to them. And they have provided this method of reaching women in these communities with a program that supports them through training and education. And then, because it's 100% done on a local level, they actually provide this education and training. And then when the time is appropriate, they remove themselves. The Project Concern International actually removes itself from this these pods of women, and they allow the women to continue on their own because they've been trained in their own methodology, and it's incredibly empowering. They don't rely on Project Concern International to keep going. And so this is one of the reasons that the Project Concern International is so successful, because they, in essence, are teaching women in these countries through this Women Empowered program actually how to fish. And they're not only providing them with the methods of how to fish, they're actually saying, this is how you fish, this is how you can do these groups, these savings groups, and we will empower you so much so that we will be leaving the area, you will continue on your own, and you will be able to do this because you are now educated and have the resources, and you know how to access the information, and you now can grow your local organization. This is a really, really big thing that they do. In fact, one of the things that was pointed out to me in a documentary that Melinda Gates was involved with, she pointed out that this model is the most sustainable business model there is for charities. And it's something that we should be very, very proud of, that LimeLife by Alcone has been able to identify a charitable partner that practices this and is so well done at doing it that we get to be a part of it. Now, this is the other part that's really, I think, important and maybe compelling for you and why you might want to know this information. You know, as an individual business owner, a small business owner, I can only do so much. And of course, I participate as much as I can locally. But really, this is one of the ways that we can differentiate ourselves from others that are doing a similar beauty guide business, right? So, this is the way that I can be, that personally people can relate to me, and they can know that what I'm involved with is a global mission, not only because I'm a global beauty guide, but also because the corporation that I work with, LimeLife by Alcone, has considered ways in which we could participate in a charitable organization and have a global impact. In fact, in Guatemala, I just recently looked this up, and in April 2019, not only the women that were involved in the women empowerment group did they have access to education and information and increase their resources through these pods and these programs. Actually, their children, ages 3 to 9 years old, are participating. They're meeting twice a month, and they also are receiving the same education and information, and they have their own pod, their own savings group. So not only is this impacting on the women in the community, but the children expressed an interest, and then they were also able to start their own pods. This is generational, okay? This is huge, because this is a country that only 48% of the, and I'm specifically speaking about Guatemala. You can do research and find out about the other countries that we're involved with, but I personally have the connection because of going to the Leadership Summit. But in Guatemala, these children are now saving money. And one of the quotes that I read, that one of the children was saying, he's 6 years old, he's saving his money because he wants to have clothes and shoes to go to school. Now, only 48% of the children in Guatemala go to middle school. So that's a really big thing, that this child who's 6 years old is already thinking about saving money so that he can go to school. And that's really inspiring to me. There are so few things that I can do that are having this great of an impact on people, and to be able to share with my clients and my network and my professional network that I have a way to directly impact the life of a child in Guatemala, not by giving them money, but by giving them education that will allow them to stay in their country and to develop themselves in their country and be happier and healthier, because a lot of the education actually is about health and wellness as well. So it's completely in line with all of the things that we as beauty guides are also have the opportunity to share with our clients. So I just want to say the personal connection, to be able to differentiate between buying a product from me or buying a product from a big brand store, a big box store. This is one of the ways that I've been able to do it. And here's another thing, and this is the last point I'll leave with you. You have complete creative expression availability to creatively express yourself through, doing parties, doing vendor events. You can do individual, you can do all online. I mean, there are so many ways in which we can share this beautiful opportunity that we have with others. This is also true with Project Concern International and our relationship with our charitable partner. I've seen some beauty guides use this charitable partner to create meetups and do things that support the Brighter Together Foundation and the Project Concern International efforts in their own unique ways. So I'm just encouraging you to really see that the networking and the ability to elevate yourself as a professional, because you are connected to a really high level charitable contribution, charitable organization, it means that you're able to make a greater contribution. And these are things that others in the world really will see you as being different and see you as more valuable and want to shop with you and be loyal to you, because you do have this global appearance and exposure, and you're really able to make a difference in the entire world. For them personally, as a client or as a potential beauty guide on your team, but also the fact that you have an interest in supporting the global wellness and education and entrepreneurial efforts of people all over the globe. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.